Yes, people, welcome back to GNA TV. I'm your host, Lambs. I'm your host, Gem, and this is Lambs. Let's cue the intro.
I don't know how I'm here, and it's you that I want to need. You feel your heartbeat. You feel somewhere you're looking good. You feel your heartbeat. You feel somewhere you're looking good.
Oh, my mind's everywhere today. Sorry, people. Literally been rushing around working like a nutter, and then I've come here and I'm like, my head's everywhere, and it's like, right now I've got to get into GNA mode. How you doing, Lambs? You all right?
Yeah, not too bad. I mean, it's great that you think you're me, Gem. I wouldn't mind.
I'm your host, Lambs. You got to laugh. Yeah, there's 13 of you here already. Please smash that like button before we start. Obviously, you know what this show is about. We're going to be delving into the FA Cup games that we've got coming up. We're going to go through them together. We're going to pick and choose who we think is going to win. And then at the end of that, we're going to talk about maybe semi-finals, who we think is going to get to the final. And then we're going to talk about who we think is going to win as well overall. Just go have a look at some of your chats because you've all jumped in early, which is great. We appreciate it. Real Chris, hope you're well, bro. Hassan's in town as well. Big up to you, my man Hassan. I have not got my OnlyFans page. I keep getting this everywhere I go. What is going on? Big up to you, Velvishan, as well, my bro. Big up to you. Who else have we got in the chat? We've got Chelsea Boy as well. Chelsea Boy 1, 2, 3, 4. We've got John Kai as well. John Kai is here. Welcome to you, John Kai. Big up to you, my man. Yeah, that was funny, wasn't it? Gem changed to Lambs. I can see. Yeah, that's true. That is true. Gio, big up to my man Gio. Big AC Milan fans. Loving Tomori. He's loving Chelsea at the moment for giving him them as well. So, yeah.
Come back to us, please.
Big up to Shiloh as well. Big up to Alex. Big up to Velvishwan. Big up to Big DJ Sav J. Big up to Harris as well. Yeah, guys, please smash that like button. We appreciate it. Share it if you haven't. Let's try and get it out there. Let's try and get a big views today. Let's try and get people to join us if they're not busy. John Kai, thanks, bro. We appreciate that you love our content as well. Lambs, tell us about the Saliba thing. What's your views and how you feel about it all? Because it seems like he's getting a lot of abuse at the moment.
Yeah, he is. And that's obviously why I feel so strongly about it. When I first heard about it, I was just kind of like, okay, obviously it's not great. Somebody who plays for a big team and having that kind of story out in the press, obviously it doesn't look good on the club that he represents and stuff like that. But people need to understand that there's a lot more context to the story, and the fact that we still don't know the full story as well. And I think regardless of whatever happened, he himself, the player, did not post the video. It was taken 3 years ago. So a lot of them were, 16, 17 as well. So again, I don't think a video of minors should be, of exposing minors in that way, should be even up there in the first place. So that's like another illegal matter for authorities and stuff to deal with as well. What's happened, I think, is that whoever was in this room, because you can clearly see everybody in that room knew what was going on. Everybody in that room, if they were uncomfortable in any way, and I'm going to ask like you and Adz, obviously, if you're in a room and somebody was doing something that you were uncomfortable with, another guy was doing something that you felt uncomfortable with, would you stay or would you go? Because personally, I would just leave. I'd be like, bro, don't do that in front of me. Or if everybody else is okay with it, I'm not, I'm going to leave.
I'd cut straight away.
100%. So it's the fact that, and if you actually look at the video as well, you can see that the guy in question who was doing what he was doing, he turned around and he looked at the camera, meaning he knew what he was doing. He knew that he was wearing it, and they obviously probably all agreed to keep that moment between them, not post it anywhere, especially them being who they were. And whatever anybody gets up to in their spare time, remember, these are a bunch of young guys. Maybe he's figuring out his sexuality. Maybe he's in the process of figuring it out. Maybe he's already figuring it out. Maybe they're just a bunch of guys who are just curious and having a laugh as well. And what a lot of people don't seem to know is that French people are really liberated, like, especially when it comes to like sexual practices. They're really, really open-minded and liberated about that kind of stuff. So
Yeah.
a bunch of straight guys could be okay with being naked in front of others and not think anything of it as well. And also in terms of a bunch of footballers, right? Even guys who go to the gym, right? You see a lot of stuff in the locker room, right?
Of course you do. When you're having showers
100%.
next to each other, scrubbing away, you know.
100%. So naturally, these guys have gone through years of this. So they're probably used to seeing a bunch of naked guys around them anyway. So they probably don't think anything
But they're probably
of
used
it.
to seeing each other's penises. Let's be serious. I
Yeah.
mean, after a game, they all have showers. They're all like, do you know what I mean? So it's not
And
really.
those showers are literally like right next to each other. So
It's getting looked into too much, really. But I'm glad we've brought it up and had our say on it. For me personally, I ain't going to talk too much about it because other than William's just telling me 5 minutes ago, I didn't know too much on it. Ads, I don't know if there's much you want to say to it. If not, I'm just going to move on to
all I want to say is, realistically, it was a stupid move for him to record it because he knew what he was doing. But at the same time, this is a guy who's developing into an adult at the time. If this was a few years ago, so the hate needs to kind of stop. But you know, the questioning, it doesn't deserve to stop. I think you still need to ask questions as to why this was taken in the first place. I think it's disgusting. Obviously, people are making jokes and memes out of it. I just say to those people, just stop, man. It's a serious matter, man. You need to stop that.
Yeah, I hear you. I just want to touch onto this quickly as well because people keep asking me this as well, messages, etc. Me and Monster are brothers. We are always going to be brothers. Everything that happened with the Terrorists and Monster has now been squashed. We are moving forward together, doing our own thing. Monster's doing his thing on his channel, and the Football Terrorist community are doing theirs. And at the end of the day, there's no issues with me and Monster. Me and Monster are bros, like everyone is in the Football Terrace. They're my bros, and I've got a lot of respect for both as much as each other at the end of the day. So don't think there's any issues with us. There's not. Me and Monsters are cool.
If you watch Monster's stream, he actually does mention that Gem is bro.
Yeah,
so
yeah, exactly. I've been talking to Monster all last night as well. Trust me, we're good. He might even be on soon as well. I've dropped him the link, so we'll see what happens. But moving on to bigger and better things. The FA Cup, people. The FA Cup. It's the week of the FA Cup. We've got well, Ads, can you zoom into that? Because I can't even see that myself.
Yeah.
We have got the games for the week. Starting with, I can't see that, so he's going to have to say, is it Burnley?
Burnley versus Bournemouth.
Burnley versus Bournemouth. Do you want me to share it if you can't? Yeah. All right, cool. Let me do it. In the meantime, just go through some comments while I just quickly do this. All
right, sick. Hassan says General calls that stuff all the time. Harris says Adz thoughts on Diallo in the squad for West Ham. Listen, I'm gassed for that, man. Listen, hopefully he plays, but at the same time, I know what's going to happen if he doesn't play. Ollie's going to get all of the stick. And if he doesn't play, it's understandable. At least he's putting him in the squad. That just proves his trust levels, that he sees that he can do something. But if he doesn't play, don't get mad. It's just how it works. When you're that young, you don't get the game time that quick.
Exactly.
But I'm gassed for him, man.
So the 5th round of the FA Cup, people. What I want you to do is first smash that like button, please. And if you're new here, please subscribe. The first game is today at 5:30. Burnley versus Bournemouth. Gonna go to Lambs first. Lambs, who's taking this one?
Okay, so on paper, I'm gonna go with Burnley. I think defensively they're just a lot more stronger than Bournemouth. I'm not really too sure how Bournemouth have been doing in the Championship this year because I've not really been watching them, but I know for a fact in the Premier League last year they conceded the most amount of goals, so they've got a huge defensive issue, and I don't think that was helped by losing a lot of their top players as well after getting relegated. I think this should be an easy one for Burnley. I'm gonna go with, because they don't score too many goals. I'm gonna go for 2-1 Burnley.
Fair enough. I hear that. Ads.
You know what? Bournemouth are actually doing well at the moment, and Burnley aren't doing too great, but aren't doing too bad. So as we've seen, Burnley at the bottom of the league, and Bournemouth at the top of theirs. So for me, they should be really evenly matched. So I'm gonna say a 1-1, and then it'll go to penalties, and Bournemouth will win.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I agree with Lambs. I think losing a lot of their players, key players, is always an issue. Callum Wilson was their top striker at the time when he was there. They also lost Ryan Fraser, wasn't it, as well, if I'm right? Nathan Ake, Aaron Kepa Ramsgale. Ramsgale, whatever his name. He's useless anyway. But yeah, I mean, look, Burnley are good enough to beat Bournemouth. Let's be serious. Bournemouth, from what I understand, are not in a greater form at the moment, even in the Championship. So for me, I'm going with a 2-0 Burnley. I think it will be quite straightforward, really, for them today. So yeah, we move on. And the next game is also today. And I didn't even know it was today, Ads. But it's your team, Manchester United versus West Ham. What are you saying, Ads?
Listen, bro. I never thought I'd say this, but West Ham are doing well recently. They've actually been doing well. Are they definitely going to give us a run for our money? Of course they are. They're a good team. You know, they're well structured in the midfield and attack. And at the moment, we're not doing too well in terms of holding on to a lead, which actually worries me. So you know what? I'm gonna have to say a 2-1 Man United. I'll never not back my team. It has to be 2-1 Man United.
Yeah, well, Christian says the Ivorian Messi is in the squad. I'm assuming he's talking about Ahmad. That hasn't even kicked the ball yet. Yeah. Lambs, what are you saying?
Yeah, I mean, I'm quite excited to see Diarra. I really hope he actually, if he doesn't start this game, I really hope he comes off the bench as well. Because I've had a lot of talk about this guy, and I'm actually excited to see what he's about and what he can bring. And I think this is a perfect game for him as well. I definitely don't think this is going to be an easy game for Manchester United. Like, West Ham are doing very, 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 very well. However, I do think the depth of United's squad is just a little bit better than West Ham. And if their defense just switches on and pays attention, I think they'll be okay. And if United score first, I think more than likely they'll win. I don't think it's going to be easy. I think it's going to be close. But I'm gonna go for a 3-1 United.
3-1.
Oh, let's go.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be close. Probably be 1-1 for like a while. But I think once United get that second goal, they're gonna get the third goal in quick succession, and I think that'll be it. West Ham will just concede. That's it.
Hassan, on that one, mate, I think it's just talk, mate. We've been linked with Oblak for a very long time, and he's now in an Atletico Madrid team that are playing very well and are looking to compete for championship. So I don't see him going anywhere at the moment, mate. But we move. Man United, West Ham. Look, it's the FA Cup. Anything can happen. It's one of these competitions where literally the shittest team can go and beat you. I'm not saying West Ham are crap, but my point is this. West Ham are in good form at the moment. Man United, we know, are second, playing very, very well. I don't think it's going to be as straightforward for Manchester United as they think. I actually think it's going to be... If it goes to draw, does it go to penalties or extra time? Or does it go... Do we know?
Extra time, then penalties.
Yeah, there's just no replay.
Yeah. I think it's going to be... I think West Ham are going to score first. Then I think Man United are going to score, and then I think West Ham are going to score, and then I think Man United are going to score, and then it's going to be 2-2, and then I think either one or other is going to. I can't say who, but one of the two is going to score, and they're going to win the game. Either Man United or West Ham. So for me, I'm torn between. I think Man United should win it on paper, but I think West Ham are playing very well at the moment, and they're in such good form as well. So for me, it's.
Imagine if Lingard gets the goal.
Can you imagine
that? Piss me
off. Yeah, I forgot about Lingard as well. Yeah, Lingard's definitely getting one. Everyone's saying, like, Alex is saying 3-2 United. That's from a hammer. He's a hammer as well. If Ollie plays Maguire and Lindelof, West Ham will beat Man United.
Can I address that comment, please? Can I address that comment? Listen, I'm sorry to say this, but if you actually look on paper and the stats, I'm not a stats man, but Lindelof and Maguire have done well this season. You can't discredit that. I know they were bad last game, but that's one of many that they've actually played not that well. They've actually done pretty well this season, so I wouldn't put it past them to hold a clean sheet down today either.
Yeah, the Man United fan says West Ham will beat us. Ben Russell says Mancunian Messi Lingard is cup tired apparently, so he cannot play in this game.
Oh yeah, I'd say
Christian,
that, yeah.
Oh
Christian
yeah,
says 3-1.
guys. Oh
Lingard
yeah.
can't play. I can see it. All the chat's going mad saying Lingard can't play. Lingard can't play. Lingard cannot blimmin' play.
Oh, Chris.
Lindelof and Maguire cost you the Champions League, is what Shilio says to you, Adz, as well. So it is what it is. We move on to the next.
It's okay to just blame those two for cost. Like the whole squad, I think is to blame for that because they had three games remaining. No, sorry, or 2 games remaining. They only had to get 1 point out of those. 1 point out of 6 points.
And yes, that ball off.
They were in pole position. Like who would have seen them beating Leipzig 5-0 and then ending up getting relegated to Europa? Like they beat PSG, they beat Leipzig. Like they were top of their group. They were in control. It was in their hands, and they just did this.
It's facts. There's no ambition in the late stages of the tournament for us.
Moving on to the Swansea Man City game. Bearing in mind Swansea are in good form actually at the moment themselves. They're looking to sort of get back up here into the Premier League again. So yeah, they're looking good. But going on to Lambs, what are your thoughts on this game? Man City are looking on fire, aren't they, at the moment?
Yeah, that's the thing. I mean, as it compliments to Swansea, and I'm glad they're doing better. I'm glad they're doing well and looking to get back into the Premier League. But it's Manchester City. I mean, they'll bowl most teams that are already in the Premier League anyway. So I just think that's strong for them. It's going to be, I'm going to go for like 4-0 or something. I'm sorry. Sorry, Swansea.
Yeah, Alex puts his house on it, pretty much. Alex, do not put your house on Man City, mate. Trust me, I've seen some crazy stuff in the past, bruv. People lose things like that. Honestly, I'll tell you a funny story, right? I had a bet, and it was Barcelona versus, I think it was someone really crap like Granada, something stupid, and I had like a couple £100 on me, and I was like, I'll stick it on this game because they were on form and hadn't lost like in 10 games, and I put it on it, didn't I? And I was like, because I needed a bit of money. This was when I was younger. I was like, I need a bit of money. I've got a bill to pay. So I was like, how can I make money? Oh yeah, I'll put £300-400 on Barcelona, and it'll make me like £200-300, and then I'll have £600 or £700 to pay it off. So I'd done it, didn't I? I'm sitting there, I'm like 60th minute, still 0-0. I'm like, this is the Barcelona team that's like slapped, teams 3-4-0 the last 6 games, and I'm sitting there scratching my head, and I'm like, all right. It gets to the 80th minute, and Granada score.
I remember that.
I was like, I just couldn't believe it. I ended up putting myself into more debt at the time when I was younger because I'd done a stupid bet. So do not bet your house on it, bruv, because that's bigger than what I just did. Trust me, it's not worth it. You cannot control it. Adz, what are you saying?
Like you said, anything can happen, and we've seen way worse teams beat City in these tournaments. So I'm actually going to say a 2-1 Swansea, to be honest. I think that's going to happen.
Oh, Adz is going against these better half of Manchester than them lot, isn't he? What is he doing? It is what it is. I reckon they're going to slap Man City. I reckon it's going to be about 3-0, 4-0. I just don't see how you stop this Man City team at the moment. Like DJ Savjay says 5-0. I wouldn't even put it past them, honestly. I think. And on top of that, wait a sec, Ben Russell saying can't wait for City to draw Burton Albion. And yeah, honestly, they get the easiest draws, bruv. It's not even a joke. They actually get the easy straws. Even in the Champions League, like they will tiptoe their way to a semi-final and then just get knocked out. Do you know what I mean? It's mad. Jesus, Gem, gambling ain't the way. I agree, Chris. It definitely isn't. But I learned the hard way. What we got here, Gem? Do you think that Chelsea could win the FA Cup? We'll get to that. We will come to Chelsea very soon. There's so many chats here. I'm well behind. I'm trying to catch up as we go along. 9-0. 9-0 is what Mohammed says. All right, so moving on from Man City, we have got Leicester versus Brighton. 2 Premier League teams clashing it out. Lambs, what you saying?
Oh, do you know what? I do like Brighton. Brighton is one of those teams that I want them to do well. I really always want them to do well because they're just they do play really good football. Like it's nice to watch as well. It's not like ugly football. Like it's not Burnley, it's not Stoke, it's not West Brom, it's not like Big Sam tactics. It's actually really attractive football and they create a lot of chances. The problem they have is that they're not clinical and they don't take their chances. Do you remember against Manchester United? They hit the bar and the post like 5 times in the game, not one.
Yeah.
How does that happen? Do you know what I mean? So, and I just think Leicester just have that clinical edge over them. They've got a lot more quality and squad depth as well. I don't think it's going to be easy for Leicester. And again, we have seen them lose games that we expected them to win, but this is a very, very strong Leicester team. I don't know. I think being in multiple competitions might affect them because they're in the Europa League as well. They're in this FA Cup. They're fighting for top 4 position as well in the league. I don't know. Maybe because they're not used to playing this many games. I'm going to go for 1-1 and then Leicester to win in extra time or penalties.
Fair enough. Fair enough. Adz, what are you saying, my bro?
You know what? I was going to say what Lam said about how Brighton play good football. They do play brilliant football, and I always want them to do well. You know what? They're actually doing well at the moment. They've actually picked up a bit of form in the last 3 games. You know what? It depends on who they play, though, up front. If they play Mopai and Welbeck, they'll probably score a few. If they play Mopai by himself, I don't think they're going to score that much because Mopai is very, very inconsistent by himself. But Leicester are a good team. And I give respect to both clubs. I like both of them. To be honest with you, all I can see is like Lam said, is a draw, and then at extra time, and Leicester will nick it. That's all I can see. But I want Brighton to win, though.
Fair enough. I'm just quickly sharing the link to Twitter because people were asking for it, and we don't put the link out, which we should be doing on this stuff. But it's cool. We move. Yeah, Leicester versus Brighton. I think it's going to be a tough one. They've not been as good without Jamie Vardy, have they? Without Jamie Vardy, they've actually struggled to get goals. And for me, I don't know. I don't be surprised if Brighton beat Leicester. I'm telling you now, it would not shock me. I'm actually going to go Brighton. I'm going to go Brighton 2-1. Brighton. Yeah, I'm going with a 2-1 for Brighton, and I think I think Leicester will get knocked out, and I think Leicester will probably prefer that. Obviously, they want to concentrate on the Premier League. They want to concentrate on the Premier League. Obviously, the thing for them is getting Champions League. All right, Vardy's back as well. Harris, is he? Okay, that might change things a little bit, but I'm going to stick to my guns though. I'm going to say 2-1 Brighton.
There's a lot of 2-1 Brighton.
Something's going to.
I hope so.
Brew up a bit on this. Yeah. Let's see. That could be the first shock. Not shock, but you know what I mean. Upset. All right, we move on.
Let's hope the first upset comes from West Ham this evening.
Yeah, I hope so. I hope West Ham slap Manchester United so bad. I will go mad on the terrace, I swear, on ads.
Shaking
everywhere.
up the play ratings. He'll be like, I don't even want to do this.
Literally.
God.
Lamb. Bottom of the league, Sheffield United versus Bristol City. This is one that wouldn't surprise me again as well because Sheffield United are crap, aren't they? Let's be serious.
Terrible. Again, they picked up a little bit of recent form, but I don't know, maybe that loss to us didn't help. Even though they did okay in that game, to be honest. Actually nearly scored an equaliser at the end. Billy Sharp thought he was Billy Big Bollocks for a second there, trying to go for the spectacular, But I still think, they struggle for goals. They really do struggle for goals. Bristol City have been doing okay, actually. I quite fancy them for this one, I think it'll be tight. I think it'll be 1-0 Bristol City.
Fair enough. Big shout out to the Football Terrace, as always, and big shout out to Monster as well. I keep getting asked the same question. Yes, we are cool, bro. We were with each other last night on Kai's channel. Everything is cool. Everything's been squashed. I know there's 40 of you here, so I'm just letting you know again as well. We are all good. We move together as a family. And And yeah, let's stick to football, people. That's what we're here for. This is what we love. This is what we're here. This is what we do. So yeah, get your views in. If you haven't smashed the like button, please smash the like button. It's much appreciated here, and please subscribe if you haven't done so. Also, Adz, what are you saying, my man?
Well, this is exactly what I expect. Sheffield to just get slaughtered. I'm gonna say 3-0 Bristol.
3-0 Bristol. Really, he's going in.
Oh.
Adz is going in. Adz is going in.
All the Premier League teams out, so United can just like float through to the final.
Exactly what I
That's
want.
that is madness, Adz. That is actually madness, but I'll big you up for that one. I'm going to go with a Sheffield United win 2-1. I don't think they'll run away with it. I think Bristol will give them problems. And yeah, I don't think there's really much more to say about that. Big up to Velvishran as well. Yeah, please, people, if we can get to 50 likes, it promotes the show even more, and we would appreciate that a lot. Moving on to quite a big game, actually. Everton versus Tottenham tomorrow, 8:15. It's a big game, a big game. I'm going to start with you, Lambs. Obviously, Tottenham, they beat West Brom. They looked a bit better. They held the ball better. They come against the Everton team that are on fire at the moment, aren't they? Let's be serious. They're playing quite well. Tell me, what you're saying?
They'll be buzzing off being able to get that equaliser from the United game. I think I don't know, it's weird because they both have really good managers. I don't know, Tottenham looking to bounce back. This is another trophy competition which they're in, and again, they're looking to pick up trophies. They've already made it to one final, so they'll probably be looking to progress further in this. I actually don't know, because I feel like Tottenham are due a win soon. Like, I know
Jose
they beat
Mourinho's good in cup games, isn't he? Cup games is his cup of tea.
Yeah, that's the thing. But you can't disregard Everton. Do you know what? 2-2, then it goes to penalties.
Fair enough. That's what. Do you know what Hassan just said it there as well? Yeah. Hassan just said 2-2, and it goes to pens as well, is what he's saying. Adz, what are you saying?
I hate both teams, and you know why. So, we know what's been going on with all the Tottenham fans, spreading negativity and hate towards their manager. So I hope they get fucking embarrassed. I hope they get destroyed by Everton. I like how Everton play football, though, man. I know we drew and we should have won that game, but 5-0 Everton. You know what? I wish that could happen. They play very good football, Everton. I can't lie. Hopefully they win 2-0. Hopefully they win 2-0. I'm gonna say 2-0.
Big up to young YJ, who's just subscribed to GNA TV. We appreciate your support, bro. Honestly, thank you very much on that one. Everton to win. Slen says, I love Carlo, man. I hope Spurs get absolutely thrashed. And you know what, bro? I agree. I hope they actually get. Honestly, I hope they get so slapped that when I go on the terrace and I have to look at Alex, his head's shaking. He's so rattled again, and he's no. Like, that's what I want to do. I want to see Alex get so rattled after getting slapped 4-0 that I can laugh about Eric Dyer's fraud defending and his fraud team.
He didn't come on after we beat them. I noticed that, actually. Alex disappeared after we beat them.
Exactly, he's shade. He's a hider. You know what I mean? He likes to talk about his team, but he can't take it.
As well.
He gives it the big balls, but he hides. Fat. Who's this? What, Fat McDominay. What are you talking about? What are you doing to the guy? Leave him alone. Listen, there's 40 of you here with us at the moment. Please smash the like button and please subscribe if you haven't. 42 actually now, so we appreciate your support as always on GNA TV. I'm going to go with a 3-1 Everton. I reckon they're going to slap them. I've got a feeling that Jose Mourinho's team have been found out. I don't feel like they're playing for him anymore. Yes, they've got Harry Kane back and they are Harry Kane FC. We know that. But big up to Claude. Big up to Claude who's in the chat as well. Good to see you here, my man.
With that as well. Gilmore is a huge talent. I think
bro.
I think we'll see him in our game this week.
Yeah, we're going to go through that, Lance. When we get to Chelsea, we're going to talk about the team.
Additional roles as well. So I think we'll see Emerson. I think we'll see Gilmore in this game.
Yeah, exactly. I'm going to go over 3-1 Everton, and I think you're going to have a Calvert-Lewin who's going to absolutely ruin Eric Dyer the whole game. And I reckon who else we've got, Rodriguez will score as well. So 3-1 is what I'm saying in that game. We move on to the last two games. Oh, Chelsea at last. That's perfect for us, Lambs. Wolves versus Southampton, Lambs. What are we saying? Again, that's a hard one, isn't it? Because they're both. I mean, Wolves are playing sort of on the uptrend, but Southampton have been in a bit of a decline. So, what are you saying?
Oh, yeah, this is another tough one. Again, Wolves, very defensively drilled, starting to get some results now, starting to climb their way back up the table. And again, Southampton, after getting off to such a great start, now seem to be on the decline. They did get that win against Arsenal to knock them out, but it's Arsenal, so... we can't
Trash.
we can't put too much stock on that, Yeah. I think, because it's just, Wolves are like draw specialists, aren't they?
Yeah. Yeah.
Southampton have Ings back. I'm not really too sure because I think they've been struggling without him as well. I think, do you know what? I think this is another draw in extra time. I'm going to go for either a 0-0 or a 1-1 draw, and then it's going to go to extra time. And in extra time, I think Southampton are going to nick it, not Wolves.
Fair.
Southampton are going to nick it. Fair enough. Adz?
Yeah, I echo what Lam says, that either 1-1 or 2-1. That's all Wolves do, man. I think their attack is pretty trash. I'll be real. I think Adama's very overrated. I don't care whether or not he plays in this game. I don't think their team's as good as Southampton's in terms of how committed and how consistent they are. And Southampton haven't been the best either, which makes this really hard. But I'm going to say, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going to say 3-1 Southampton. I want Wolves to just go out and just see that they're not the club that everyone in the EPL thinks they are. They're just bad. They got here deservedly, but they don't deserve to remain anywhere near the top 10 anymore, man. They're just trash, and they're going to get knocked out the FA Cup as well.
Fair enough. I think Wolves are going to win. I've got a feeling. I think Wolves are going to win, and I think it's going to be 2-0 to Wolves. I just feel like Southampton are on a bit of a decline at the moment. Like they've just lost their touch. Getting slapped. They got slapped, man, by Man United. They got slapped twice, not by 9 goals, by a manager that people were actually praising and saying, "Oh, he should come to one of the top 6 teams." What about Chelsea or Spurs? Or, you know what I mean? But I don't know. For me, I just think Wolves are in better form at the moment. Yes, it is the FA Cup, and yes, anything can happen. Let's be serious. But for me, I just got a feeling that Wolves will get the job done. They're at home. They're strong. They don't concede many goals as well. Slen says he can't stand Wolves after 2 games we've played them. I hope they get destroyed.
Yes, lad.
Yeah. 3-0 Wolves is what Ultra says. You've got Southampton are missing Kyle Walker, is what Velvishan says. He is the reason why Southampton were winning, is what he's saying. Fair enough. Kyle Walker Peters, sorry. David Shrina is here. Yes, David is in the chat. He is in the chat. Big up to Erin. Erin, nice to see you here, my man. Big up to you. 2-1 Southampton. And then what else we've got here? No pens and a Wolves win, is what he says here. So yeah, I'm gonna go over win for Wolves. And with that brings us to what I think is definitely the biggest game left. The biggest game of all of them. Barnsley versus Chelsea. Lambs, what are we saying? Tell me. What are we saying?
I mean, if we don't slap them up, then there's going to be a problem, isn't there? We'll never hear the end of it, firstly. So yeah, there's no other outcome. Like even if we play our B team, we should still bowl them over. To be honest, like we can play Tammy, we can play Emerson, we can literally drop like most of our first team, and we could still bowl them over. To be honest, I'm going for a 4-0.
4-0. And in terms of the lineup,
if Kepa is in goal, then 4-1.
Fair enough. In terms of the lineup, how do you think we're going to line up? Who do you think will be sort of introduced back in and play in this game in your eyes?
I think Tammy will be our starting striker. I think we will see Gilmore start. I think we'll see Emerson start as well. I'm not sure. I think maybe he'll give Ziyech a run because he hasn't been playing him, and I don't know if that's because he's been recovering. He's recovering from injury. Didn't really have a good game against Wolves as well. But again, like I know Chilwell didn't have a good game against Wolves, but he played in the last game, so he does know how to rotate and utilize the squad very, very well. And I do think those are the changes that are going to be made. I think we'll see Ziyech. I think we'll see Tammy start. I think we'll see Gilmore start. I think we'll see Emerson start.
I don't want to see this guy start. That guy there, Timo Werner. I do not want to see him on the pitch. I reckon you'll probably see Tammy start as well. Adz, what you say, my man?
First of all, I want to say that Tammy Abraham does deserve to start, and it is plainly for the fact he's a good player. And up to this point, he was your highest goal scorer. When you guys were in a bad bit of form, he's the only consistent player along with Hudson-Odoi, and he scored a hat-trick in his last game. I think he deserves to play. If he does play, I think he'll score a load. I think he'll probably score 2, and then probably a midfielder like Jorginho will probably score another one to make it 3-0. So 3-0.
Yeah, I reckon Kepa will probably start. I reckon you'll see Christensen play. God knows who else. Hopefully Zuma's back as well. I don't know how fit he is or
Maybe
not.
Zuma.
I'd like to see that.
I think what's his name's got a point here, David. He says Andrew to get minutes. I mean, it would be good. I'd like to see it. Whether it would or not, we don't know. I mean, Tammy will lead the line. I think you'll see Ziyech come in. If Havertz is fit, I think you'll see him come in. I want to see Mason Mount rested because he's our best midfielder ever.
Kante will also come back in as well because he needs minutes.
Kante needs minutes. Billy Gilmore has to start for me. Chilwell will probably start. I think Aspie should have a break and we should play Reece James in this game. Yeah, I think he should really just switch it up. I mean, we don't look even with them players coming in. Our squad depth is massive. Like we have such a good amount of players that we can just come in, providing they're all fit, can come in and get a job done. But for me, Werner has to be rested. Mason Mount has to be rested. Kovacic and Jorginho, yeah, they need to have a break as well to a degree. I'd let Gilmore and Kante play. That would be my 2. Give them a go. Do you know what I mean? Zuma, we don't know yet. Actually, Sense, do we? If he's going to be Zuma's stuck in. He is, yeah.
He probably is. Free Zuma.
42 likes, 42 people watching. Please smash the like button and please subscribe, please. We love the support, the tremendous support that we're getting. We're growing so massively as well, and we're nearly at the 1,000 mark, people. We're nearly there, so that means we'll get monetized. We're actually putting enough view times in because we're bringing so many content, like so much shows and content to you at the moment that we're already surpassed that. We just need to get our subscribers up to that level now, and we'll be able to you'll be able to put your super chats in, which is what we're looking forward to. So yeah, keep supporting us. And also, people, please go and there's 42 of you here. Please go and if you haven't, go onto Instagram and follow the Instagram social page for GNA TV. So all you got to do is go on there, write in GNA TV, and it's there. The link should be in the description below. I don't know if we've added it in there yet or not, but we need to start doing that actually. So Lambs, I'm sure, could maybe drop a link for you guys to jump on and follow if you have Instagram as well. So please get over there. Yeah, I mean, other than that, I reckon Chelsea are going to win 3-4-0. I think we're going to slap Barnsley up, bruv. Barnsley don't even know what they got coming for them, honestly. Like, oh, sorry, Eds.
Good, bro.
There it is, at GNA TV official. There it is, people. That's our Instagram. Please share it. Please subscribe. Please like it. Please come and join us over there. Lambs is the lady that's actually running that for us as well with the content and the clips and everything.
Gem and Adz are going to be doing something special once they hit 1K on YouTube. Yeah. So stay tuned for that and subscribe.
Yeah, we're going to be doing saying. I don't want to give it away, but we are. Once we get to 1,000, we're actually going to be doing a giveaway. So I ain't going to tell you what, but there's going to be some sort of giveaway involved for people. And we're going to do a little competition on Instagram. So get over there, get adding over there, and please share. So share and get 2 people that are your friends on Instagram. Tag them in it as well. Get them to share with us as well, please. Yeah, we appreciate your support as always. Gem, is your only content gonna Hassan, Hassan, if you get me, the quicker you get me to 1,000, I will tell you all what my OnlyFans link is. I'll give it to you. I will I will give it to you. Erin, yeah, I'll drop it in the link for you guys. He's just followed that. We appreciate that, bro. We appreciate that as always. Right, moving on to this. Yeah, obviously we've predicted who we think's going to win out of each game. Who do we think is going to be the last 4 in the semi-final? I want people that are tuned in as well to tell me who you think are the last 4 teams that are going to make it to the semi-final. I'm going to start with you, Lambs. Who are your 4 teams?
Okay. As much as I really don't want them to be there, they will. Manchester United will be one of them.
So you've got Manchester United. Okay.
I think City will also be there because again, they're going to draw some simple. They always actually get easy draws up until they get to the semi-finals. So I think both the Manchester clubs will be there. I think we will be there. Like, we can't deny our record in the FA Cup. We've got an excellent record in the FA Cup. So Chelsea, both Manchester clubs will be there. And I think the 4th final team who's going to make it, I think it's going to be Leicester. Wow.
Oh, wow.
I don't want to delve into much of that, but I'm sure that's what you ask women. I know what men ask women this a lot, don't they? Can you show your feet? I'll pay you some money. But no, I'm not going to be doing that, people. Keep. That won't be happening over here. Yeah, I hear you. So, Lance, who were the 4? Sorry, say it again, please.
So it's Man United, Man City, Chelsea, and Leicester.
Man United, Man City, yeah, Chelsea, and Leicester, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
What about you, man?
Man United, Chelsea, Everton, and Brighton.
Why?
Playing for the fact that Brighton tend to play well in these tournaments, and I think Manchester United, obviously, we have the advantage of our good squad. Chelsea do as well.
Play Brighton.
Yeah, but Brighton, for me, this could be a shocker. We've seen the season go up and down, up and down, up and down. I think Brighton have a good chance. So, I'm going to say Brighton, Man United, Chelsea, and Everton, because they all play good football.
Okay, Adz, I'm putting it in the comments. Adz's last 4 for the semi-finals is Man United, Chelsea, Brighton, Everton. Lambs is above as well. I'm going to type mine without telling you. So you ready? Yeah. And then I'll tell you after.
I'm literally just seeing one of these comments and my man's saying Barnsley, Man United, City, and Leicester. And I was just like,
I'm not going to go through the comments right now. Chris says, yes, Adz. Fam, I'm being realistic at him, man. Like, I'd love to see Brighton there.
I'm done with you.
There you go.
Ooh.
Let's see. Oh, you're a snake, man, about how West Ham will beat us.
There it is, people. Chelsea, Everton, City, West Ham are my 4 finalists. That means that Man United are going to get slapped up by West Ham tonight.
We'll see tonight on the watch along.
I am going to be praying that happens. If it doesn't, you can all come for me. I've opened it up for myself, so I get that. But I'm back in West Ham, and I'm back in Everton, and I'm back in Chelsea. And City for me they'll get there because they'll get given the easy ride all the way through until they get to the semi-final. Finalists, Lambs. Tell me, who are your finalists out of them?
Oh, God.
So, well, who have you got? Let's have a look. Let's
It depends. It depends who our semi-finalists are, to be honest. It depends. If we come up across Leicester, then we're going to be in the final. And it'll be us in City because we know how City, we know how United and Ollie love bottling semi-finals.
Stop.
Yes, we do. So, who are you going for? Tell me.
Us in City.
We'll see. The Adz?
You know, that's a fair shout from Lambs. I don't know nothing about bottling, but no joking. No, you know what I'll say? I'll actually
Finalists, bottlers.
because who I picked, obviously, I'm gonna say, oh, you know what? I'm gonna say Chelsea and Man United in the final. I'd love to see that. I'd love to see that. I mean, you man get smoked. You man get smoked. That's what's gonna happen. That's what you get. That's
You
what's
know
gonna
what? You
happen.
have to first get past first you have to get past a semi-final, which you can't
Oh,
do.
shut
So
up,
yeah, let's be
bro.
serious. Bottled, how many? 4 in a row. Bottlers. That's what you are. You're bottlers when it comes to semi-finals. Right, that's Adz. Chelsea versus Man United. Mine, I'll tell you mine. This is mine.
Oh god, too much
I
hate for
want
my
to go
club,
old
bro.
school. I want to go old school because we actually played these guys in the final, and I think it's going to be Ancelotti versus Tuchel. I am going to go with a Chelsea versus Everton final, people. Chelsea versus Everton. What I want you to do, give us your views. Tell us who do you think will make the final of the FA Cup, people? Shilio says Chelsea Man City is who his call is.
He agrees with me.
El Pagino says Leicester will beat Chelsea the next time they face up. Maybe.
Maybe under Lampard.
Lamb,
Yeah. Not anymore.
Lambs loves triggering fan bases. She does. She does. That's why I love having her on here because she's like the female version of me. She just says it as it is. Yes, man. What else have we got here? Not a bad shout is what Real Chris says on my go. Chris says Swansea versus Bristol City. Paulo says Chelsea versus City. Erin says Chelsea versus City. Everyone's going for a Chelsea versus City, man. Look, Dujon says Chelsea. There's no Man United in this. I don't see any Man United.
The best squad in the league, so that would be a great game on paper anyway.
Chelsea versus Burnley.
That'll be a dead final.
Chelsea versus City. Mr. Shilio agrees with you, Lambs. Hashtag says Barnsley versus Brighton as a Chelsea fan in the final. Please smash the like button. There's 43 of you here. Listen to what my young YJ is saying here, please, people. It will be Chelsea versus City or Wolves, says Real Chris.
Interesting.
And then Chris Welsh says Everton beat City. Big up to Euro Expert. Man like Alex is in the house as well. Which of the small teams do you think have the chances of winning? Good question, people. Let's all answer this together. People, viewers. Who out of the smaller teams do we think have a better chance of winning the FA Cup? So let's have a look at this right now. So we've got Bournemouth, who's I think small, Swansea, Man United, Bristol, Barnsley. So Barnsley, Bristol, Swansea.
Did you mention Man United as well?
Bournemouth or Man United? Yeah, Man United, Bournemouth, Swansea, Bristol, or Barnsley. People, tell me, who do you think out of them small teams?
Would we put some of the lower league teams in there? So like Brighton, because Brighton is still
Sheffield United. Yeah, sorry, Brighton, Sheffield United. Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, why not? Big up to Terry Henry. He says
go for Brighton. I think Brighton have the better chance, to be honest.
Okay, so John's saying Brighton. Ultra saying Barnsley. Will says Graham Potter's Brighton. Erin says Brighton. No Arsenal, unfortunately, Hassan. Yeah, I would have just put Arsenal with it. Yeah, that's true. Brighton. And then Slen's Talk says Manchester United. Brighton. But then your expert says technically not small team, but maybe Wolves, he's saying, is who he's saying who have the... But I don't look at Wolves as a small team. They might be in such a bad position, Alex, at the moment. But there's a lot more... I'm talking about lower end teams in there at the moment, if you know what I mean. Brighton.
They did in the Europa League last year. They just got knocked out by a very, very good Sevilla team, and it wasn't even by that many goals. Yeah. So, you know, they can hold their own in competitions. Wolves.
Man United says it's Talha. winners of the Wolves Southampton tie. Not Wolves, they do part the bus. It's BS, is what he's saying there. So yeah, no, good question. So for me, right, we've said who's going to get into the final. Obviously, now we've got to say who we think's going to win overall. I want to know who people think are going to win the FA Cup this year. Let us know in the chat. I'm going to start with Lambs. Lambs, who's taking it for you?
I'm obviously going to have to go for my team first and foremost, but if not Chelsea, like if we don't make it to the final, I think it's going to be City's cup, isn't it?
Yeah, I hear you, Ads.
Yeah, like Lab says, hopefully my team can win it. But you know what, if I'm going to be realistic, I actually see either Leicester, Everton, or City winning it. I'll be real with you right now. Them three, definitely.
Wicked.
Possibility, actually, yeah, but I still think City.
Fair enough. Dujon says Chelsea. There's no Crawley Town in this, bro. All right, it's all about saying else. Sorry. Chelsea win. You can see all the Chelsea fans in here, can't you? Chelsea will win the FA Cup. I will always back my team. Tuchel masterclass. Hashtag says Chelsea.
He said City.
I think Man City. Oh, Man City are going to win. Sorry, Man City are going to win. Southampton will win the FA Cup, Gem. If I'm correct, I'll take your OnlyFans. You can have it, bro. You can have it. Chelsea always. Chelsea. I actually think it's going to be... Obviously, I back Chelsea. I do. But if it ain't Chelsea, I want Carlo to win it. I want Ancelotti to go and win it. Who cares about Man United? Who are they?
Who cares about Chelsea?
Everton. Is that even a football team? Who is that? Like Ads, you put Brighton in the semis, do you, Ads?
Well, you know what? I know I did that, but if I'm being realistic, I'd like to see them in there. I don't think they will get in there, but hopefully they can get in there. I think they play very good football. I think they're very underrated. And to be honest with you, this is just my opinion. I don't think they are far off from Wolves in terms of how big the club is. I just think they're not consistent, and that's why they are where they are consistently. So, yeah, it is what it is.
We're not far away from 50 likes, people. I think we're about 3 or 4 away. Please get us to 50 likes. Please get this to 50 likes before we end today. Today we're not going to open up the lines. Usually we drop it in and out. We've actually got we might be doing the call-in show later. I'm not sure yet because Ads might be doing a watch-along. So I'm waiting for Ads to let us know. If Ads is doing a watch-along later, then no, we'll probably do it tomorrow, which is fine. And yeah, we'll take it from there. So let's see what man are saying. Spurs will probably get the final and absolutely bottle it again. Is what Lens Talk says. I love how no one's saying Spurs. Lens Talks just said it above you. The magic of the FA Cup, Ads. Yeah, I agree. We ain't consistent. They will beat Leicester. Winter Surfers in the house. Big up to it. He says Leicester Paul Rovers going back to where they belong, mid-table. They have had a good 3 years and will go back to winning a cup every 5 years. He's got a point. We're one away, people. One away from 50 likes. Come on. Who's going to give us that last like? Come on, people. Get us there. Yeah, guys. I mean, we're pretty much done, haven't we? Let's be serious. I mean, it's been a great show. There's not really much more to say other than come on Chelsea, get the job done. Velvishwan says we've hit 50 likes as well. Velvishwan, thank you very, very much. Hashtag says he's got it to 50 likes. Hashtag, thank you, my man. Appreciate it as always. Guys, I hope you enjoyed the show today. We will be doing the afternoon Prem show tomorrow afternoon. Thursday afternoon, we've got the global viewing show again with Alex, the Euro expert, who's actually got some decent topics to talk about as well, which we'll be bringing to you guys on Thursday. And in between it, you got the Chelsea Lady Show, which is hosted by Lambs and Sophia. We've still got to sort the panel out for that, haven't we? But we're going to have hopefully some rival fans joining in on that one. So it'll be a big show on that, which will be fun. Ads will be doing his watch-alongs as usual. and I will be, me and Adz will be doing player ratings for the FA Cup as well. So there's so much this week for us to do for you guys. And again, I just want to say that we at GNA TV appreciate your support as always, and have done. You've been massive for us for the last 4 months now, Adz? Is it 3-4 months now? We're pushing
just over 3 months.
Just over 3 months. The fact that we've nearly managed to boost us to nearly 1,000 is amazing in its own. That takes people usually a long time to do on YouTube. It's a hard game to get into, as we know. So we appreciate your support as always. But yeah, please smash the like button. Please subscribe if you haven't. Look in the description below. You've got all our Twitters there. The Instagram as well, what we told you about. Get adding, please, and following. Because we will be doing a giveaway once we hit 1,000 as well for you fans and viewers as well. Yeah, guys, is there anything else you want to say? I've done a lot of talking. Is there anything you want to say before we go?
No, I don't know. That's not much for me to say.
To come back here tonight and watch Adz cry as West Ham.
Oh God.
It was really
That's
funny when Dominic Calvert-Lewin scored that. Oh my God. All of their reactions. It was brilliant. If you guys haven't checked that out, please do. Classic.
Please do. Paul O says, big up. Thanks for the content, you three. Keep up the hard work. Yeah, and we will always strive to do so. We will continue bringing you great content, and we'll move on from there. But Adz, do you want to sign us out, my man?
Yep. People, thank you for all being here. Much appreciated. Just go follow all of us. Regina TV, thank you very much. We're out. Peace.
It's like he's playtime when it's free time. In the dance that they have a duck clowns, we stepping out the room.